You know, I realize that these have just become like weekly updates of what's going on in my life. Why is this chair making. Like, I just noticed. It's like weekly updates of what's going on in my life and what I'm doing and what I'm learning. The original thing was just to share stories, like how I went camping and I would always go camping at this place called Chippewa, or in this place called Chippewa, Wisconsin, at like Lake Chippewa. You know, we always would call it Chippewa, and everything. Um, I would always be the person to tell stories at night, and we had one, two, three. Oh, how many people did we have? Three, four. We had four groups of people. One was a family friend, one was my next door neighbor, and then one was their cousins from back when I lived in Kenosha. Yeah, the city that got burned to the ground after Minneapolis. So I would always be the one to tell stories there. And I guess that was just kind of my reasoning for making these. And I always thought, like, because they would always be like, hey, you get great at stories. Come on, you gotta tell a story every night. So I literally had written up in like a notes, um, designs for like different stories to tell and everything. I had a notes file on my phone. I don't know if I could still find the notes file. I probably could find it on this phone. Um, that's a Snapchat from 2016. What the? That's a phone number. Um, concert. That's an email I was gonna send. Smart music password. That's just a weird thing. Investments. Refund. IP address. A YouTube link. German class. Uh, codes. Blah blah blah. Birthday list. A business that I tried starting a long time. No, I don't have it anymore. Hmm. Yeah, I used to write these stories, and they would always be really funny. Like this dude would be like, "Hey, so we're going down the dock, going fishing, great fishing, you know." He goes in the gas off, catches a boot the first time, catches a boot. And he goes and he casts out and he sits there and it's nothing really for about maybe like a half an hour or something. All of a sudden he reels in the note. It's too tarnished for someone to actually decipher what it was. This pal Joe comes over, shoves him in the water. He falls in the water, drowns to death. Joe starts fishing for his body. He comes back up. Joe gives him resuscitations or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I believe it's CPR. And brings this guy back to life. The guy goes back to fishing. And he fishes out, catches another bit, you know. And then his dog, Bo, he's like, Bo, come here, Bo. Hey, Bo. Bo was an actual dog from this one dude at that place. He was always like, hey, Bo, come here. Come here, Bo. Want a burr? I remember that like yesterday. Anyway, he would go out and he'd go fishing every morning. catch nothing but boots. One day, guy asked him, why is he fishing out there? If he's catching anything good, and he says, oh, I only catch boots, but I fish every day. And the guy's like, well, I can tell you why you're only catching boots. Because you're fishing in a department store. It was the dumbest thing, but, like, it was funny, okay? Like, it was just funny. I think it was funny because everyone probably was drinking. And, like, when someone's drinking, the funniest, like, the stupidest things are just funny. I don't know. It was all good. My spring break is next week, so there still be videos. Don't worry, don't worry. It's not like I'm going anywhere really. I'm just going back to my parents, and then I'll be back here. But I gotta do stuff. Talk to my mother over this lease, and I should be set in stone with how good we're doing. Yeah. I don't know. Uh, 2 videos in the center. Have a good day.